Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Coaching Corner. I want to talk to you for a couple minutes this morning about what defines you. I find so often in ministry that we're very caught up in the things that we do that we actually don't take enough time to understand who we really are. We're human beings, we're not human doings. And the very essence of who God made us to be sons and daughters in relationship to Him, out of that truth, out of that principle, out of that defining reality, that's when we're able to do the things that He has called us to do. You know, spring is coming just right around the corner, and garage sale season will soon be upon us. I want to ask you a question. If you were put into a garage sale, what would be your value? It's an interesting question. Would it be based on presentation? Would it be based on because we can push a few buttons, you can say all the right things? You see, it's not the things that we do that should define us. Because for every single one of us, there's areas of our lives where there are inadequacies. There are areas of our lives where we're just not up to par. But you know what? That's okay. I remember even in the movie Toy Story, when Woody had his arm kind of severed off a little bit there, and all of a sudden he was traumatized that his value was no longer going to be the same to Andy. You see, there's so many different areas of our lives where we can strive and strain and try so much harder, but trying can be very trying. And you look at biblical characters and you can see so many of them, man, they had some areas of their lives where there were some deficiencies. Look at Moses. Moses stuttered. Look at David. He the armor didn't even fit him. How could he be qualified? You know, Hosea's wife was a prostitute. On and on it goes. There's so many different people. Abraham, he was just too old. So many different ways that we try to measure up to somebody else. And we try to define ourselves based upon what other people say or what other people do. I want to tell you something this morning. We are defined and we are refined by our relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ. And you know what? It's so important that we deal with some of the areas of our lives where we need to strengthen. But let's not focus in on the areas of our weakness. Let's actually focus in on the areas of God's greatness, because God's greatness defined through us will give us the grace to deal with anything that's going on in our lives. Let's make sure we're defined by heaven and we're refining ourselves on this earth through that reality. And then I think we're going to go faster and farther than we ever could before. Coaching Corner. We'll see you next week.